Hey everyone, it's Noah with Into the Open Desert. We're headed all the way out west to the Four Corners region of the United States. Gonna explore some cool areas like the Grand Canyon, Moab, Utah, Colorado, Mount of the Holy Cross, and some awesome other places. Before we get there, we're gonna drive 1,600 miles all the way from South Carolina to New Mexico. We're gonna explore some cool places along the way, like Chia Mountain, the tallest mountain in Alabama, the oldest tree in Alabama, and also some cool historical areas of some of the most well-known blues artists like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Robert Johnson. It's going to be a great journey. Join me. As you can see, it's jam-packed in this car. The tailgate's completely full, the back seat's filled to the top, and there's just enough space for me to see my mirrors. Man, just found out that I'm not going to be going to Buc-ee's. I'm going to be taking a different route around it, and that's kind of upsetting because I was really looking forward to the fajitas. So a freaking crow just hit my car, but everything's okay, so. So we're about to get onto Interstate 20, which is gonna take us all the way to Shreveport, Louisiana for tonight, which is just under about 900 miles, about 12 and a half hours more driving. But that does not include all the stops we're gonna make, the cool sights we're gonna see just for today. So we're gonna have a great journey. All right, just got some gas, filled up both of my jerry cans, which are 5 gallons each. So about 10 extra gallons, which is should be about at least 200 miles in my truck. So that will come in handy in case I run out of gas. All right, got my breakfast. So we're currently passing north of Columbia right now, which is the capital of South Carolina. So guy just in front of me just had a flat tire. Just saw smoke pluming from his back, so it's kind of interesting. We are currently passing north of Augusta, Georgia, and on to Atlanta. All right, rest area number 1. All right, off we go. So we have about 200 miles and 3 hours to go before we hit the oldest tree in Alabama. And by then, we'll also be in a different time zone, 1 hour behind in the central time zone. Rest stop number 2. All right, off we go. Hitting some traffic on the way past Atlanta. All right, making another quick gas stop here at the Loves. So getting pretty close to halfway. Have about 8 hours left until Shreveport. But we're going to Talladega National Forest. We're going to see the oldest tree in Alabama. Not sure how old it is yet, so we'll see. And then to Chia Mountain, the tallest mountain in Alabama. So I'm seeing my first mountains in the distance, and that should be Talladega National Forest. It's really cool. I wasn't expecting this. Alright, the camera keeps cutting out saying it's running out of battery, but that's not true. So we'll get another shot of running across that bridge. But look at this beautiful field. I'm going to turn around because I just passed the tree, I believe. So we are currently walking up to what they say is the oldest tree in Alabama. But I was looking it up, not sure if that's true, but it sure looks old. It looks pretty big. Let's go check it out. I'm gonna get off this bridge because it's a one-way bridge. Anyways, off to Talladega National Forest and Chia Mountain. Beautiful field, by the way. Freaking awesome, man. Alabama. Alright, so just went through the entrance. It's only about $5, so just for a day pass. So I'm currently higher than anyone in Alabama right now, so that's pretty cool. Here's my car. Alright, so that was Chia Mountain, the highest point in Alabama. It is 2 p.m. right now in the afternoon, and I still have about 8 hours left, not including stops. So I'm gonna make it there. It says 10:07, but it's gonna be after that for sure. So I don't think I'll have time for Hazelhurst, which was where Robert Johnson's house was, or is. So I'm probably just gonna put the camera down for a while and just drive for a bit, and I'll see you soon. Alright, so I'm back. It's been a while. It's been a couple hours, a few hours. And I have currently about 5.5 hours left until I get there, not including whatever more stops I do. But I have about 400 miles left. I'm currently in western Alabama, probably about 60 miles from the border to Mississippi. So we're gonna just keep on trudging and get there probably about 11:30. So yeah, enjoy the scenery. I did end up stopping by Buc-ee's. I got some of these. I did get my fajita. Alright, so just made it into Mississippi. We have probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to Jackson, Mississippi. So we are passing south of Jackson, Mississippi right now. Sun's going down, and we got about 3 hours left. All right, so I made it into Louisiana about 20 minutes ago, crossed the Mississippi River. It's about 8:30 p.m., have about 2.5 hours left until Shreveport. And it's interesting, the last time I was along this highway going to Monroe and stuff like that, my girlfriend and I were driving my 95 Chevy van through here, driving east back home, and we broke down a couple times. So it's kind of, I think about that moment a lot and that trip, and it's kind of like a nightmare to think about. It was kind of a nightmare to experience. So going back through that is just a little unnerving, but it should be okay. All right, so we have a little less than 2 hours left, but it's dark out. I feel kind of like I'm in a dream, but the thing is I feel good. I don't feel homesick. I felt a little homesick a little earlier, but I really feel pretty great. And I think it's because I have all this gear with me, and my car's been worked on, got new tires, oil change, all that kind of stuff, new gear, new phone. So I feel good, and I think this trip is gonna happen. So I think I'm gonna go through with it, but I'm sure I will experience some pretty intense homesickness at times. I think it will pop up, but for now I feel good. So let's hope it stays that way. So I'm currently going through Monroe right now, which is where we were last year when the 95 van broke down the second time, and basically the alternator had died. So that was a trip. I'm kind of starting to not hallucinate, but kind of getting there. Just quite tired since it got pitch black. But I got just over an hour. I'm gonna stop soon in the town of Ruston and get some gas and get some food for tonight and breakfast in the morning. All right, one more fill up on gas and I'll see you back on the highway. So we only got 1 hour left, about 67 miles, and we'll be at our KOA cabin. Got some dinner for tonight and breakfast for the morning. But we reached, I believe, just over halfway for the total drive from South Carolina to New Mexico. I'm driving in some construction and the road just got really thin, scared the crap out of me, but I'm coming up on Shreveport and I got about 20 minutes left. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Look how thin this is. Gosh. Down this straight stretch for a little bit and we're there. Alright, here we go. KOA, Campgrounds of America. Alright, my name should be here. Here we go. Alright. Alright, so here's a map to my cabin. Let's see where we are. Entrance. I think I just go straight. Deluxe cabin 1. Alright. 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 Okay, TV, microwave, fridge, couch. Let's see. Alright. Got a shower, that's what I was hoping for. And then we got our bed in here. Alright. Cool. Well, I am going to take my stuff out and get some dinner and then go to bed. That's good enough. Takes a couple minutes. Whew. Alright, well, I went 900 miles in one day, 14 and a half hours of driving, not including stops, not including Chia Mountain. I am tired. I'm gonna eat some dinner. I'm gonna get some bed. I'm tired, by the way. So I'm gonna sleep and I'll see you in the morning. Alright, good night. Good morning. It is a new day and today we are driving all the way across Texas, about 8 hours, about 9.5 hours total. Our first stop is gonna be in Dallas, Texas, and we're gonna stop by and see Stevie Ray Vaughan's burial site and his childhood home. And we got about 2.5 hours before we get there. And then we got a long drive across Texas. Gonna stop in Big Springs, hopefully do some shopping for some groceries for the next few days, and also see Big Springs State Park, which has a great view above the whole city, and then off into New Mexico. We should be there probably about no later than 10 tonight, so I'll see you on the road. So we have a total of about 650 miles to do today and about 9 hours total of driving, which will bring us right through the heart of Texas, right through Dallas, Fort Worth, Big Springs, and then when we hit Big Springs, we'll kind of turn northwest onto some smaller highways all the way up to Carlsbad. A little bit beyond Carlsbad to Seven Rivers to the Carlsbad KOA holiday. So I'm seeing my first signs of oil. I saw one of those things that do the oil thing. They go up. I saw one of those, so my first signs of seeing oil. And also, this is my girlfriend's, by the way. She brought it with me. She gave it to me. So, yeah. Get my trail mix, which is really nice. I usually eat these just throughout the day when I'm working and stuff like that. It's got, you know, candy, M&Ms, peanuts, sunflower seeds, and raisins, which is good because you got your sugars, your fats, your proteins. It's really nice, but I kind of get sick of it after a while. All right, making my first rest stop for the day. Alright, gonna make a quick stop at Buc-ee's, get some food and gas. Can't drive through Texas without stopping by Buc-ee's. Got my fajita, and I am headed to Stevie Ray Vaughan's gravesite. Alright. should be right up here. It's very well marked. All right, back in the car, but I'm headed to his childhood home now. And I don't think I'll be able to really get out of the car because I believe somebody lives there. I believe it's this one. All right, I think that was it. I'm gonna drive back around the other way. Turn around. That's it. So that was it. But I don't feel comfortable just randomly filming people's houses, so I'm gonna go. So Fort Worth is in the distance. We just came out of Dallas, and we're gonna drive about maybe 2.5 hours to Abilene, Texas, and get some gas there, and probably drive beyond that and get some gas in when we get into Big Springs, and do some shopping there, go into the state park, and then continue on, probably get some more gas in Eunice, New Mexico, and then to Carlsbad. So I just realized this, but apparently it's 100 degrees outside. All right, it's getting to the point where it's kind of mid to late afternoon, and I've been driving most of the day, and it's hot, and I've been in my head, and I kind of start to get paranoid and worried and stuff like that, and tired. But I'm pretty good. I'm very good. I'm not sad, really. Oh my gosh, there's a Cinemark movie theater. It looks packed too. Holy crap. apparently it is currently 102 degrees outside. It's hot. So just made a stop here in Sweetwater, got some gas. And I was gonna do my Walmart shopping out in Big Springs, but the gas station was literally right next to a Walmart. So I went ahead and did some shopping for the next couple days while I'm in Carlsbad. Just got some hiking food for Guadalupe Peak and the various hikes I'll be doing. So it's that time of day again where it's kind of late afternoon and I've been driving all day, not with the best water, and just kind of getting homesick, kind of getting in my head, getting a little paranoid. It's definitely not as bad as it could be, that's for sure. But it's just about remaining aware of it and noticing it and trying not to get sucked in. And that seems to work. So I am doing a lot better than I used to do. So we are in Big Spring now, and we're about to turn left up to Big Spring State Park. All right. Dude, I'm so tired. All right, we made it. I'm gonna look at the view. All right, so we made it to Big Springs State Park after all this time. And now we are headed about 2.5 hours further to Carlsbad. But what a great view. Just got into New Mexico. We're about to go through Eunice, and then we have about an hour and a half to our KOA. We are also now 2 hours behind, so it's 8 p.m. All right, Carlsbad in the distance. Got my dinner, Wendy's, Frosty. Dude, been craving it all day. All right, that was about the most trouble I've had eating dinner. But we're almost there. 5 minutes. 5 minutes we'll be at our destination. Finally, 2 days and 1,600 miles. Been to this KOA once before, last year, so it's good to be back. All right, so we finally made it after about 1,700 miles, 2 days of driving, and I'm tired. And I'm gonna put my tent up and stuff like that and just hang out for a little bit and go to bed, but man, it was a great journey. We saw a lot. We did a lot of driving, obviously. Saw some really cool things along the way, like Stevie Ray Vaughan's gravesite, beautiful view above Big Springs. And man, we got a great journey coming up, dude. I mean, the Grand Canyon, Moab, Colorado. It's gonna be a great time. So I'm gonna film some videos periodically throughout, but I'll see you next time.